Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the LAN Party Podcast. Today is Tuesday. A little late, but here we are. Am I on?
Yeah, you are.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Cool.
I just couldn't hear you in my headphones.
Neat. No Nate today for some reason.
Yet.
I think I hear his car.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's him.
That's him. We're actually not late. The podcast officially started today, according to the timer, at 4:40, because I was expecting something like that to happen.
Neat.
So I got us ahead of the curve there. There's the background. Okay. So yeah, we're here. It's 4:40, the 19th. Hope everybody had a happy Valentine's Day. I think that's happened between our last stream and now. That was what, Wednesday?
That was like 2 Wednesdays ago.
The 14th. It's the 19th, my guy.
Is
At
it?
most, it would have been
Oh, yeah.
5 days
You
ago.
Right. You right. It was,
So Wednesday.
yeah, last Wednesday.
Yeah.
You right.
Dumb hoe. I wish it
You're
was
a dumb
March, because that would mean April was the next month, and Infinity War Endgame comes out in April.
I wish it was March because I've got this test to fucking take.
You know, I really thought those were donuts, and I was about to be really excited. Like, I was super stoked. I'm like, he brought food. What a doll.
What did he bring?
I do have donuts actually at home. I could have brought them, but I forgot.
Well,
Bitch.
you're a
You
fucking
are
monster.
a
We're going
dick.
to eat anyway, aren't we?
Hopefully.
What do you mean, hopefully?
Well, you know how I was freaking out about my car payment?
If you need money, I can pay for you.
No, here's
That's
the
covered, bro.
here's the best part. I freaked out about my car payment, and I got like really tight on my budget. And then I looked at my auto loan. I don't have a car payment until March 15th. I
Nice.
told them not to bill me in February because I didn't want to pay for a car that I potentially would not have. Hey, those are almost as big as mine.
But these are 2-piston.
Mine are 2-piston.
Are
Those
they?
aren't 2
Yeah.
Those are 6.
Oh shit.
I like how
Oh.
he's like,
Hold on.
he's like, these are 2-piston, and he's like, no, those are, and he's like, these are, oh shit.
Yeah. Damn, these are nice. Yeah, you see, I saw this.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I would have
Yeah.
thought the same thing, but I knew they were 6-piston going into it.
I don't know if they make 2-piston brakes.
They do.
Willwood?
Oh, I don't know if Wildwood does.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of brake lines going into that thing.
Yeah, how much did that cost? I like the laugh. That answers the question.
Let's not talk about that.
Is Nate's mom listening to the
It's
stream?
not important.
Nate's mom, are you here?
As far as my mom knows, those are just regular brakes.
Oh my god. So you guys want to hear a funny story? So Nate texts me, this would have been, what, I'm going to look now, just for reference.
If I need some Willwood stickers.
If I get wheeled brakes, maybe.
You know they make brake caliper covers now? My boss said that he thought he had Brembo brakes on his Beamer, and he went out there one day to do his brake job, and the Brembo thing snapped off. He's like, it wasn't a Brembo brake, it was just a cover.
Man, that
Yep.
must have been really unfortunate.
He did say it had Akebono brakes, but still, like, you went from $6,000 brakes to not $6,000 brakes
$400.
like that.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's the company. They make.
Is that my Coke or is it Tyler's?
You can have it. I was gonna drink that, and then I took a nap and completely forgot about it until just now.
I think that company makes the 2-piston brakes for my car.
Probably. I mean, they make. Apparently, they're a
Was that
pretty
Okay.
pretty high performance brake at a reasonable price.
I think that's the biggest I can get from my car without. Yeah, probably.
By the way, Nate,
Yeah.
you started streaming The Legends of Pirates Online.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I figured. You guys have been really active in the Sailors Cult lately.
Yeah,
They got
you
real
didn't.
salty the other-
You
the
didn't
other
hear
day.
about our Sea of Thieves shit, did you? Yeah, I'm taking a couple days off of that.
Why, did something bad happen?
Some
Yeah.
really bad luck.
So two nights before this, we were sailing in the Devil's Roar doing an Athena voyage, and I do want to get to my funny story about brakes, but I'll tell this first because If anybody is watching the stream right now and is not aware of this, you're about to be, but I'm sure everybody is. I try to keep my composure on stream, but it got really difficult. So the other night we were sailing in the Devil's Roar, doing an Athena voyage, and on our way to pick up or drop off our cargo, one or the other, we had a shitload of loot on board. And we got stopped by the Kraken right next to a volcano that was pluming. And we're like, okay, this is kind of bad, but I think we're all right. So we just had one person down there at all times making sure the ship was patched. And that was Jackboot. And then we're patching, and then we get smacked by the fucking Kraken, and we get hit by the volcano. And then the next thing you know, the ship gets snapped another direction because the Meg spawned on us. And we're like, okay, we've survived some pretty tough situations. We're good. We're fine. We've got like 300 planks. We are A-okay. And we were A-okay for about 3 minutes, and then Jackboot despawned, or disconnected. And then Orange is black screened. And so we were 2 people on the ship with an active volcano, a Megalodon, and a Kraken trying to patch, steer, and rig the ship in a way that we could get away from one of those things. Then when everybody got back, we're like, okay, we've got things under control now. Let's try and fight the Kraken. So I turned and I fought the Kraken, and we're fighting the Kraken, and we're getting a couple tentacles down, and then I black screen after the Kraken picks me up, throws me miles away from the ship, the Megalodon bites us, and we get hit by like 3 giant rocks. We sank. I would say we probably lost a third of the loot. We managed to get most of it onto a rowboat, despite the 9 million fucking sharks that were in the water because of the Meg. So we were already a little sour about that. The next day went pretty well, except for the start of the stream, we got absolutely fucking tanked by another crew. That was actually pretty decent. Like, first crew we've ever met that was ready to be attacked at a skeleton fort. Like, they were 100% ready. They had somebody in the water watching for boarders. They had somebody on the boat watching for boarders. And they sent 2 people with barrels to dump on us and then get on, drop the anchor, and kill us. Like, they were pretty clutch. Ended up sinking them. The night went pretty well. Then you reach the point of breaking. We get into a server and there's an active fort and we're doing some stuff. And then we set sail and we notice that the fort's down, but we're hunting for ships at this point was our main goal. We wanted to get a galleon because that was the night that like Oranges, Ray, me, Jackboot, John, Monkey, Tyler, Nat, and who else? I know I'm forgetting somebody. One other person. We had like 9 people that wanted to play the fucking game. And I'm like, well, if we can get another galleon, dude, that would be kick-ass to just have a full fleet. And we noticed a galleon at the fort, and I'm like, that's the direction of the last fort. I wonder if they did the fort and they have all the loot. So we sail on over to them, and they sail past us and don't fire on us. Like, they're like, okay, hey, look, we just come on, we just blah, 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 blah. And we would have opened fire, but the Meg was glitched out, and, like, literally her mouth was just attached to our ship. Like, I kid you not. Yeah, it was. Like, she was just, like, her mouth was perpetually open, like, against the side of our ship. So it was real. I think we sank it in, record time. We sank her in, like, fucking 45 seconds. With just a barrage of cannon fire trying to get her off. And then we sailed after this galleon, and we dunked them. Like, they were really easy to kill, but they were really good, like, player to player. Not very good with ship maneuvering, but good player to player. And so we go about our business. We sink them again because they come after us, and they're like, hey, look, we're not worried about the loot. We just want to get everybody in the server all on one boat. And I'm like, okay, well, we're interested in the loot, and we want your boat. So if you give us your ship, we'll let you sell your loot. And they're like, nope, sink time. So they shoot at us, and we annihilate them again. So I would say 2 hours later, at best, maybe an hour, we're at an island talking to a sloop, which were both really funny guys. Like, they were hysterical. Their fucking chicken, they named him Steve, and they were, like, coveted that chicken like it was their firstborn child. And they're like, if you help us get this Ruby Mermaid statue, we will give you Steve. And then Jackboot killed him twice. He killed Steve and Steve the second.
Steve.
I saw him shoot it and pick up the crate and jump off ship, and you're like, no! Yeah. You got clipped.
But, so that went well, and right when we got them to agree to letting us have their sloop, a galleon came up, flying all the Athena stuff. Turns out it's the crew we sank twice earlier. But they caught us off guard. And so we had like 4 times where we almost had them there, and then we ran out of ammo when we were able to sink them. So we sail for like an hour, hour and a half, loading up supplies. We're just shooting people off at islands, grab cannonballs, grab planks. Let's just fucking stock up, and then we'll turn in on them, and we got a hell of a good supply. Like, we had up to like almost 200 cannonballs, but the best part is we found the good cursed cannonballs. We had an anchor ball, we had a peace ball, we had a ballast ball, and we had a ball that made them all drunk. We had a battle plan. We banked in on them a little bit, and they opened some fire, and they shot over us, and they hit some mid-decks. We're like, it's okay, just keep them patched, let them burn their cannonballs, because they hadn't been dumping people off, and they were down to 50. And finally, I call sales. I'm like, bring them into combat. And we turn hard in on them, blast them with an anchor ball. Ship drops anchor. And as soon as we round out and get into a good position for broadsides, we shoot them with a peace ball. And I'm like, okay, now they can't fire back at us. And so then we shoot them with a grog ball. I'm like, one person watch ladders. The rest of you just fucking blast this ship to hell. And they were so close to sinking, and I had the ballast ball. So I jump on the cannon, and as soon as I load the ballast ball, the Kraken spawns. And
some real horse.
I'm like, it's over.
Right when I started watching the stream too.
I'm like, but it spawned on both of us. So I was enthusiastic that maybe we could get out and capitalize. But no, the person that was in charge of repairing the ship crashed to desktop. And then they sent somebody over and killed everybody on the boat while the Kraken had us wrapped. And I'm like, all right, Sea of Thieves, it's been fun. I'm going to take a couple nights off. I was so mad. Like, I usually try to keep my composure in my streams because, like, I feel like when you get really angry on stream, it just makes you look like a child. But I was livid. Like, we had them right where they needed to be to end this nonsensical chasing us for 2.5 hours. And the fucking Kraken just flipped us the bird, and it's like, nah, fuck you.
And then they went and played card games.
Yeah, then we went and played tabletop.
Best way to defuse.
So now we're playing Talapo for a little while to get my pirate fill. And I lied to you the other day when I said that cannon defense is in the game. It's in late development.
It's still not in the game. Come on.
It's in late development. Like, it's next major patch.
Those cannon rams.
Cannon rams do work now, though. So if you find any cannon rams, they do work. I think that was at least fixed. I just don't think that
Is the game
cannon defense is
optimized anymore?
I mean, I was running it just fine while streaming it.
You had one crash.
I had 2 crashes.
2 crashes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I would say they were both at bad times, but they weren't really.
Isn't there a crew limit
It's
on that game?
Talapo.
No, well, 12 people.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah. That's another reason. Like, both games have their benefits and their disadvantages. Like, Sea of Thieves is really fun when it comes to, like, changing the sails and shooting and repairing the ship. But, like, you can only do that with up to 4 people. And we have so many people that play Sea of Thieves that we're always at, like, a surplus. So Pirates lets use, like, oh, you've got 16 people that want to play with you? Well, come on.
Yeah, you could have 8 people on this boat in the same server and 8 people on another boat in the same server, or you can have, fucking 12 people on one boat and then, the rest on another boat.
Have you sailed with me since I got the ship counter, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got up to double digits the other night. I think we sank 10 or 11 ships.
Cool.
I've also got a ship counter now for Talapo, so that's going to be really hard to keep up with. Especially like last night we were cluster sailing.
You were corralling people.
I would just have people, I'm like, all right, just shoot at things, and when we get a bunch of things tagged, we'll start circling, and you just see this fucking mixing pot of just names and different types of ships, and we would just circle around, and you'd see one sink, and you'd see another one sink, and you'd see another one sink, and we'd start tagging ships around us as we were going.
Is there still like unlimited loot?
No, they did fix that, but they balanced it a little bit. Like, you still get some of the loot when you do full material runs, but I hadn't gotten a chance to test and see if they fixed like attacking undead ships in that game is supposed to not give you a bounty. So if you want to do gold runs, at least in the original game, you always sank undead ships because you didn't get a bounty. So you could
ships?
Sink undead ships. I stumbled a little bit there. But you would just attack the ghost ships because they wouldn't give you a bounty.
I don't know. Monkey watched the podcast. Listen to the podcast, I guess.
Yeah, Monkey listens to the podcast.
I didn't know that. I've never seen him comment.
He commented last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wasn't paying attention.
Pretty sure he commented the week before.
Anyways.
So yeah, that's probably what we're playing tonight because I have to work early tomorrow morning. So it'll be easy to just... That one's a lot easier to log off of than Sea of Thieves.
I tried to get it to run on my grandfather laptop, but apparently they removed 32-bit support.
Good for them. Nobody should be operating a 32-bit OS anymore.
I didn't even know they existed, to be honest.
What, is that some sort of peasant joke I'm too rich to understand?
But, so yeah, we'll be playing Talapo tonight. But back to the funny story that I wanted to start with before I got sidetracked. See, we're really good at that in these podcasts. Just really good at tangent conversation. The other day, Nate texted me, and he's like, hey, it was Thursday. He texted me Thursday. He's like, hey, do you work tomorrow? I'm like, no, I'm not supposed to work. What's up? He's like, I need you to do me a favor. I'm like, okay, well, what do you need? He's like, I need you to pick up a package for me. And in my head, I'm thinking he needs me to go pick up something at like the Postal Service or UPS. Like, sure, whatever. And he's like, all my car parts are going to be delivered tomorrow, and I need you to pick them up before my mom sees them. And then I'm like, then it started to click, and I'm like, wait, you want me to drive to your house, load all of your boxes into my car, and drive away? And he didn't respond for a while, and I'm like, don't you still live pretty close to a cop? And then a couple hours later, he's like, yeah, don't worry about it.
You're gonna get tagged as a porch pirate.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm a criminal. Like, I'll go down there and pick him up, but like, his neighbor, knowing my luck, his neighbor would watch me be like, hey, what are you doing? He's my friend. He told me to pick these up.
And guys will be like, sure.
I've heard that
sure.
before. Be like, no. He told me that he doesn't want his mom to see these.
He might believe that.
What's in there?
It's car parts, man. Oh, never mind. You're fine.
So yeah, that I got a pretty big kick out of that because I'm like, I mean, I'll pick them up, but I don't want to be a criminal. Like, knowing my luck, I'll be the one person that somebody catches on their fucking porch camera, and they're like, find this hoe and arrest him.
Yeah, your name and face will be plastered all over Facebook.
Yeah, my plate number will be everywhere. I'll be like, guys, I'm telling you, these are all dildos.
I know there's at least 3 police officers in this town that know that I have a car problem. Because I've called the state police to my house twice to register a vehicle, or to have them inspect it. Mom,
Why don't you just ever have Donnie do it?
Because I didn't know I thought it had to be state police. I didn't know. So yeah, they came over to inspect the car and the motorcycle and stuff. And my mom's out there like, yeah, he's got to get rid of these because he's got a problem buying too many vehicles and stuff. And the officer's like, yeah, I can tell. He's like looking at my garage, and he's like, yeah, you got a car obsession, don't you? I was like,
no.
I wouldn't call it an obsession.
It's a hobby.
Obsession is a harsh word.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hobby. It's a good way of putting it, and it is. It's a hobby. But yeah,
One of the
no.
more expensive hobbies you could be a part of.
Donnie's like
At least I don't spend my money on drugs because I don't have none.
Donnie's the MVP. Like he did my affidavit for my car when it was like in that bitter cold where like it was like -5 with wind chill. He did that for me like at 9 o'clock at night.
Did he actually inspect it, or he just signed the papers for you?
He didn't have to inspect it. According to the little sheet that they told me to print out, all he had to do is like verify that the VIN was not stolen. Like he called the VIN over to dispatch or whatever, and they're like, "Yep, checked it. It's clear. You're good to go." And then he asked me like, "Is it a 4-door, 2-door? What style body? Blah 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 blah." And then that was that.
Yeah, they're supposed to inspect it, make sure it's roadworthy, because the police officers that came to my house, obviously none of the vehicles I bought were roadworthy. And he's like, "So, can you turn it on?" I'm like, "It doesn't have a motor." He's like, "Oh, do the turn signals work?" I'm like, "It doesn't have a battery either. I don't know." He's like, fuck it."
Just signed off.
That's
Probably.
the thing, is,
Click.
like, occasionally you get that one state trooper who's like, I do not care
Well,
now.
the other thing too is like I'm pretty sure it's illegal to own a car that's not registered. But if you're owning a car that doesn't run, what I think it's gonna like
You can't.
I think you can own a car that's not registered. You just can't drive on the road.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to own them.
Yeah, you can.
It's
I'm
not
pretty sure you
registered.
can.
Yeah,
It's because a lot of people that go off-roading, most of their vehicles aren't registered.
Yeah.
Because they're just junkers.
because they don't bother anymore. Or like farm trucks that never see the road. They don't register those.
Mm.
But if you do drive on the road, they can impound it, and it'll be gone.
And you'll never get it back because there's no registration for it.
I still can't believe we didn't get it pulled over that one night on the way to dinner.
Driving around with
I'm
no
pretty
plates.
sure he at least thought about it.
Oh, I guarantee you he thought about it.
Yeah.
He got real close too. Like he pulled up real close to my back bumper at that light. I'm like, this is it. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything wrong, but this is it. He's gonna pull me over, and he just kept on going. And I'm like, wow. That guy looked at me. He's like, he doesn't have a plate. I'm probably gonna pull him over. And then he looked at the time. He's like, but the wife's got dinner on. My favorite show comes on in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that weird limbo.
Fuck it. He just lets it go.
That weird limbo between like when they're getting off at like, and third shift starts.
Yeah. Well, we were in New Albany because we were going to New Albanian, and it was a New Albany, and it was the New Albany sheriff. Like it was the sheriff's SUV, and he pulled up right behind me at a light, and he was parked behind me for a good 30, 45 seconds. And like I said, he inched up even closer once like he stopped. Like he stopped, and then he got a little bit closer behind me. Like he's looking. He knows I don't have a tag, and he's
probably looking for it in the rear window and is just like, I don't care.
yeah. And I guarantee you, something in his head's like, man, it's just late. I don't want to do this. If there's a stolen car, somebody will report it. It'll be whatever. And then he left. And I made sure that when I got to New Albany, I backed that motherfucker in, so that the only people could see that it didn't have a tag were the people in the building.
Have you guys seen the police car that sits outside of
Borden, yes.
Yeah, Norma Jean's.
That's that tripped me up the other day too.
Yeah,
Have you
got
seen what
me
they're
too.
doing?
Oh, that Crown Vic?
Yeah,
They
they've
parked
got
Is it just sitting there?
it just sits there
Yeah,
to
they've
keep
got
people in check
They've got a Crown Vic sitting there and
with a
actually-
dummy in
yeah,
a
I
police
looked
suit.
Inside of
Oh
it,
my
there's a
God.
mannequin inside.
Oh, I didn't see the dummy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's got a
didn't either.
mannequin inside.
Okay.
I drove
with a
past
police
him.
vest.
I was going out to peek.
And I think he's got a ball cap too.
Yeah, I was going out to peek, and I drove past him. I was like, oh, there's a cop sitting there. And I came back, I was like, wow, he's still sitting there. He's dedicated.
Yeah, I drove past. And first I looked in, I didn't see any comments. Like, they're just doing it for reference. They really need to move that.
Yeah,
around.
they need to move it around.
Yeah, they
like
need
park it over at like Kentucky Trading
Yeah,
or
put it in
something, and then like
Kentucky and a
Or
trading,
down in front of the dollar store.
or
Yeah.
put it in front of the
Miller's Mini Barn lot, like right down there too, would be a
yeah, and then put it in front of the gas station, sure, or the liquor store.
Yeah.
I did notice that. I don't remember what it was, but something about it seemed off. Like it was like damaged or something. Or
No, it looks normal.
the
The
paint
thing
was
that
messed up.
probably did you off of it was the fact that it didn't have any lights on at all. Like usually when cops are sitting there, they at least have their running lights on.
no, like I thought. Well, I could have been mistaken, but I thought it had like primer or something on one side. It was like
Mm-mm.
one of the panels.
No, it's a police car. It's caught me a couple times, but like then I'm like, it's been there like the past 5 times I've driven this way.
The reason I questioned it was 2 reasons. One, it was Crown Vic. Most of them are in Chargers now.
They're still out there.
There's
I
still
know,
a lot
but
of
it's
Crown
not-
Vics out there.
It's really not that common. And 2, it seemed like a really old school paint job. Like it doesn't look like
Yeah, maybe that's
the
what
old-
it was, the paint job. There was something that seemed off about it.
it doesn't look like the
'Cause
old.
When I
Or it
first,
doesn't
like,
look like
at
the
first
Crown Vic
glance, I
paint
was like,
jobs
I'm not sure if
before.
that's actually a police officer.
Wait, does Borden actually have police officers, or they just use county?
No, they have police department.
They do. Okay, I
Yeah.
couldn't remember if they just had like a little county office right there.
They
or
have
not.
like 5 officers or something.
Yeah, and most of them have black Chargers.
Yeah, because that's why I thought. That's why I thought they were county, because county uses black Chargers.
But I do think they have a couple Crown Vics. Obviously they have one, but I think they've got a couple.
You know, Pekin only has 1 sheriff.
Well,
I mean, it's Pekin.
Yeah.
Why would they need more than one
I
sheriff?
mean,
Pekin.
why would Borden need more than 1?
I don't know. Okay.
Borden's not that big either, really.
Well, the
A
reason,
couple
Pekin, it's the
guys
same
for
size.
each shift.
the only reason Pekin has 1 sheriff is because nobody wants to go to Pekin.
That's true. They don't even have like a sheriff station or anything. It's just the
But
one
no, that-
guy's named sheriff.
that police cruiser parked there, that's clever. Like,
Yeah.
props to
They
them.
had
Like,
that, they had that police Corvette a while back. Remember that?
no,
You don't remember the police? It was when we were still going to school.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a brown police Corvette,
Clark County has a Challenger.
but it never moved. It just sat on the side of 60. How do you not remember that? It was like
I don't,
crazy. I was
I
like,
don't
what the
remember
fuck?
that.
Why
Have
does
you
the
guys-
Borden police have this Corvette police car?
Have you guys seen that undercover Mustang in a while?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
the one,
I've
I
seen
told
one.
my girlfriend about that one though, where I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw this dude like the first night he got patrol with that car, because on our way back from dinner, a fucking Mustang just blew past us down on the left lane, and then he jumped all the way.
What?
What?
That was a
Okay
strange
then.
noise. I think you bumped the cord there. But he dove across fucking 3 lanes of traffic and then got up on our exit, and as we were driving down the exit, he flipped his lights on and went right back down the interstate and just stepped on it. And I'm like, guarantee you there was nobody doing anything wrong. He just wanted to fucking get on the accelerator.
Yeah.
Like, he just wanted to step on it.
Didn't he almost pulled over another cop? Didn't he?
No, and
No, that was
another,
someone else,
he
I think.
he flew past another cop.
Oh yeah, he was almost pulled over by another cop.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then the other cop's probably just
pulled
like,
him over to the other lane and was just like, "Oh fuck, it's that guy," and turned off his lights and drove away.
That was funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. County has a couple Dodge Rams.
yep, Nate's,
Actually,
Nate's gotten
Have
tagged
you
by
ever
one
been
of
to
those
Taco
guys.
Bell at midnight? There's like 6 of them parked there.
Yeah, there was one pulling out of Dean's
well,
Lake.
they have a Ram, and these are unmarked. They have
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
Ram.
I know.
Yeah.
I found that out.
Well,
the
there
hard
was
way.
There's a sheriff around here. I don't know whose sheriff that has a truck. I didn't see what
Around
kind of
here?
truck it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that pulled me over.
And there's a Silverado that's unmarked.
I saw him flying down the highway once. I was driving around with Jared. We were going somewhere else, and I guess there was an accident or something, or they got a backup call, and we see the Silverado flying down with his lights on. Jared looks at him and goes, "That would have pulled me over."
But I mean, like,
Yeah, because they didn't change it. They don't even change the. I noticed on the trucks, they don't change the wheels.
no, wheels they're usually like about the most that they can undercover with, like change it. Because my dad said that one of the guys he used to work with at Bass Pro, the dude was like part-time Bass Pro, and he was also full-time at like Cordon's police department or something.
Yeah.
And one of the guys there had just gotten an unmarked Charger, and it was black, and it had the police, wheels on it. And it had the spotlight, but he was trying to put like Charger badges back on it and put the RT badge on it and all this other stuff. And the police department's like, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Hmm.
Because I think to some extent, I guess you're supposed to know the police are there, which I think defeats the purpose of an unmarked car, if I'm
Well,
being
yeah,
honest.
they-
Like,
Yeah.
They have to legally be in plain sight, and you have to be able to tell it's a police officer. They
You
don't-
know,
they don't
that's-
specify at what
it
that's
depends
distance you
so
have to tell.
dumb, though, because then it's just like, you only have to obey the law when you know you're being watched.
It depends on what you're using the police car for, really. Like, that Mustang that we see, he's out there. He's just he's looking for aggressive drivers. Like, he's not pulling over people speeding. He's pulling over people excessively speeding and road rage.
Yeah, and they're weaving in and out. He's intercept. That's all he is.
Well, yeah, I mean the 2-door cars, they
They
can't.
have I don't know if you've seen it. They actually have a it's a gray work van. It's a police vehicle.
I guess that is true though. That it depends on what it's being used for, because like, I know there's a video. I'll have to pull it up here in a second. It's actually really funny of a Challenger, but there's actually an unmarked Challenger around here. I think Clark County has. It's either Clark County or New Albany Floyd
It's county.
has, and well, I just don't know if it's. I don't know if it's Floyd or Clark, because I saw them. He pulled somebody over at the chicken house, which is the county line. So I don't know which.
He pulled somebody over on Bensville too.
I know,
So then it's Clark.
yeah, I know county has one. My dad sees him around Jeff all the time.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was
Yeah,
Clark County or Floyd
that's
County.
A badass police car too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
I'd like to be a police officer. Just drive that.
And apparently, it's not your regular RT.
SRT8 probably.
It might be the 392.
Well, yeah, I mean the SRT8 comes with the 392. It's 6.4
no,
liter.
392 package. The next one up.
Well, yeah,
They-
same engine but different like suspension and.
They splurged a little bit and got a better Challenger.
But
Because you also got to remember, the shop my dad's office in is the shop for the city vehicles and the sheriff vehicles. So or not the county vehicles, so you can see them all the time.
I honestly don't know the difference between the 392 package and the SRT8 package anymore,
Who
because
knows?
they're the same engine.
They've got so many packages. It's like, I think it's just
Yeah,
an option.
I love Dodge to death. I really do. But if you've ever gone to go build a Challenger, it's one of the most confusing processes known to mankind, because they have, and I kid you not, an SE, an SE Plus, an SXT, an SXT Plus. They have a GT, they have a GT Plus, they have the RT Plus, the RT Shaker, the RT Shaker Plus. Then they have the SRT8, the SRT8 Plus, the SRT Shaker Plus. Like it's like 6 packages per fucking badge. And I'm like, just make those options. You can build an SE, an SXT, an RT, or an SRT8. Make those your packages.
I thought they had it down, then like you hit that and then it was dropped down.
No, let's go look. I'm pretty sure. They just announced in Illinois there's a new sector of undercover minivans on the highways looking for people speeding and staying in the left lanes. Damn, if I got pulled over by a fucking minivan, take my license away, please. I don't want to drive anymore. What the hell are you putting in that's going to be able to keep up with people?
Well, I'm glad that they're going to be pulling over people who are hanging out in the left lane.
Yeah.
Please, thank you. I appreciate it.
What is it?
You want to know why they put the signs on the side of the road that say "Keep right except to pass"?
Yep. People ignore those. I remember Jeffersonville. They used to have old Cobalts, Chevy Cobalts.
The Cobalts were ugly. I don't understand why everybody considers those like a cult American fucking
These
hatch
were-
or compact.
These were like mid 2000s, so they were ugly as fuck.
Yeah, they're all ugly in my opinion.
There's one of those police fans.
Look at all. Oh, hang on. They finally did condense it. I'll be damned.
Yeah, instead of having a million and a half options.
I want one of these so bad. Actually, I really want one of these, but I don't want to pay that.
Hey, it's gone down.
Oh, no. That's the Hellcat Red Eye.
Yeah,
That
no,
is not
the-
the Demon.
No, that's the price. It's gone down. It was like 75.
The Demon, strange enough, when I went to the Chicago Auto Show a couple weeks ago, I guess last week, I went home and priced a Demon. Like,
Hold
you
on.
could still build and price it on the website.
Hold on. So, the SRT Hellcat has a miles per gallon rating, and the Hellcat Red Eye does not.
Yeah, let's take a gander at that. I bet it's worse than the Hellcat.
Yeah, you're probably looking at 18 highway, maybe. Yeah, although there have been rumors going around that they're going to make a Charger. Not
13 City 22 Highway.
wow.
Oh, it's
Hey.
actually better than the...
Highway.
Well,
I'm-
at that point, you have so much horsepower. It's just like moves it on.
Yeah.
Moves it with ease.
797 horsepower under the hood of that thing. The Hellcat Red Eye. 797 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's a lot of horses.
There were rumors going around that they're going to make a Charger.
Yeah, I've heard
variant
about
of
that.
The Demon, but it's not the Demon.
They're going to call it the Angel or something like that.
that.
They trademarked the name Angel. All I know, there's these big conspiracies. Like, you want to talk about some conspiracy theories surrounding cars? You should see some of the stuff that people are pulling from these Dodge advertisements and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they are, like, they put, like, a fucking flash effect in the Super Bowl commercial on the Demon. Like, it flashed around a little bit while it was driving at nighttime. And somebody's like, I see halos around the Challenger Demon, and then it did the flash, so it's being exercised. And I'm like, dude, it's a commercial.
So
Yeah.
they're like,
They're going frame by frame through these things and figuring stuff out. And
they're
then
turning into Star Wars fans.
pretty much.
But I definitely don't doubt it at all that Dodge is working on something for the Challenger to be up to par with the Demon.
I mean,
I've
Charger.
heard, or the Charger, yeah. I've heard that they're trying to make like a modern road legal version of the Elephant, like the 426,000 horsepower crate motor that they just unveiled. Because right now you can't put it in anything newer than 73, unless it's for off-road use only. Like, it just doesn't pass emissions.
It can't. Yeah, you see that engine is a perfect example of what you do when emissions are non-existent.
The only thing that Nate won't like about the Red Eye, that right there.
What?
Only available with an automatic 8-speed.
Oh, that's annoying. Really?
Really?
The Red Eye. You can get the Challenger, the Hellcat in a
Are you clicking the right screen?
No, I'm not. You can get the Challenger in an automatic or a manual, or the Hellcat, but you can't get the Red Eye in an automatic or a manual. You get it with the 8-speed
Right.
paddles.
They're probably worried you'll tear out the clutch.
Yeah, the Demon didn't even come with a manual.
They're probably worried you'll tear out the clutch.
Probably.
Probably more reliable launches, too.
Well, yeah.
For drag racing.
What?
Yeah.
It's because it's for drag, isn't it?
For the
Yeah.
most part.
So you can get the best launch possible out of that thing.
And also,
No
like,
questions asked more often.
Dodge isn't the only one doing it. It's like Chevy's doing it too. You're higher up Camaros. Good luck finding one with an automatic.
A lot of your performance cars are going to paddle shifters, and if I think I know why, and I understand the appeal of manual transmissions, and I think that car companies are still trying to honor that to an extent. But a lot of these cars, especially like supercars and cars like the, granted, the Hellcat can't do a track to save its life, but cars that put out that kind of horsepower, around a turn, the last thing you want to do is take one hand off the wheel when you're going around like an 80-degree turn or more at 110 miles an hour to shift down. So if you can just reach your finger out and push a button and it shifts down, it allows you to keep your both hands on the wheel and stuff like that. I think that's why the craze for these paddle shifters has become such a thing, is because track cars have them. I mean,
I think the problem is, everybody likes the manual transmission because you're more involved with the car. But you can't shift as fast with a manual as an automatic can.
well, that's
or the
also true.
paddles.
Yeah.
But I genuinely
when
think
you switch to if you do an automatic, you're pulled even further away from being connected to your car. The paddles is kind of like a nice in between.
I would love if my car had paddles. I would absolutely love it. I mean, I like the slapstick, but I would love it if it had paddles. Like, that would just make me ecstatic.
I mean, getting a manual has made me enjoy driving a lot more.
I've always enjoyed driving just because I like driving. Like, I like being in my car, driving, windows down, the fucking radio cranked up on a sunny day. Nothing beats
you like
that.
cruising, you don't like racing.
I'm afraid to step on it in my car, dude. I am. That day that we took it out and me and John cruised and I stepped on it there, I felt my heart in my stomach. Like, it scared the shit out of me. 340
If your wheels
horsepower will
aren't
do that.
spinning a little bit, you're not going fast.
I'm not turning the traction control off on that
I'm
thing.
just saying.
Fuck that.
Wait till it gets warmer out and better road conditions.
I wonder. So which one of these should we build? Let's build a Challenger. Which one?
The
Hellcat.
Hellcat, regular Hellcat, not the Red Eye.
All right. obviously rear-wheel drive. You don't get a
Obviously
Challenger.
manual.
Obviously,
All
man.
right, now let's move on.
Build. All right. 6.2 liter supercharged V8 SRT engine. That's a mouthful.
Sounds good to me.
6-speed manual.
Black brake calipers, gunmetal gray or orange. Ooh.
What color are we
Orange?
gonna do the car in?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's
Yeah,
go
let's-
ahead and figure this
Yeah,
out.
let's do that first before we do brake calipers.
Exterior color. So we have Tor red, Go Mango orange,
I'm voting for white.
F8 green.
Purple.
I'm kind of torn between purple and B5 blue, to be honest with you. Plum Crazy is a personal favorite of mine, and so is B5 blue.
I don't know. I kind of like that orange.
I really like the Plum Crazy.
We're
Let's-
all divided in the color.
Okay, so that's what the orange looks like.
Is that one? Doesn't look orange. Looks like red to me from here.
No, that's red.
Slightly darker hue. That's hard to tell on this.
Orange. This is white. See, I still think a nice clean white Challenger though is a pretty nice look,
Yeah.
especially if we got the decal package. Like that's nice. And then we did Plum Crazy. Wanted to see that one. That's a nice color.
What about that light blue?
That's my personal favorite. That's actually what I want to put my Magnum in.
This one next to that one looked like.
That's what it was in before. This is actually the same. That's actually the same color
What
as
the
my
gunmetal
uncle's
gray?
car.
What does it look like?
Destroyer gray.
No, go over. Yeah, that one. Left. Yeah, that one.
Maximum steel.
That's a steel blue.
Yeah.
That's not bad looking. You don't see that color.
No.
I mean, there's always black. When in doubt, black it out.
No, you can have any color you want as long as it's black.
I'll compromise and go with Austin's blue. So now we have 2 votes
The
for
electric
that one.
blue.
It's B5 blue. Thank you very much.
Whatever.
Baker.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Now here's the question though. Do we like the decal on the top and the trunk or just the hood?
Take it. Take it off.
All the way off for a second.
All the way off?
All the way off. Take it off.
Take it all off.
So that's what you got without it.
I don't know. I think I just like the just seeing the paint without the decals.
All right, so no hood decals. Let's go back to powertrain then.
Whole lot of options.
So black, gunmetal gray, or orange? See what the orange brake calipers look like. It's a nice contrast.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like your black or your gray is going to get, what? Oh. Yes, I figured you would have to remove the orange brake calipers to put gray ones on. Thank you for clearing that one up, Dodge.
It's like, no, I want one of every color, damn it.
Yeah. I want one side, this one to be orange, this one be gray, that one be black, and just paint one red for me and throw it on that one. All right, so let's do this one. I like how you have to pay that. That's just
No, that's on every.
I know, it's just great.
That's on everything above a 4-door sedan.
Ooh, now do we want to put the wide body package on it?
Do what?
You have to get bigger wheels and tires.
Yeah. Does it preview the wide body? I guess it does not. Damn.
Lame.
That's pretty bull. Damn,
Well, I
that
guess
adds-
we'll go with no wide body.
That adds $6,000. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Let's not do wide body.
Driver convenience package. I'm paying $68,000 for a car and it doesn't have the goddamn convenience package.
What
Let's
comes with
see
the
what it
conven-
comes with.
You didn't hit the detail.
I know I didn't. Blind spot and rear cross path detection, high intensity discharge headlamps, and power multifunction mirrors with manual fold away.
Nah. Don't need it.
Nah.
It's extra weight.
Oh my god, a pound, maybe.
Exactly.
20-inch by 11-inch Devil's Rim forged aluminum wheels. That's what I
there's
want to
the
put.
preview right there.
Yeah, that's the preview. 305s. Them some big uns.
Yeah.
Wide body competition suspension and wide body fender flares.
So that's why it adds $6,000.
Most of that's freaking tires.
Wheels and tires, yeah, pretty much. The fender flares probably run you like $400.
Probably. And a little bit of suspension work.
So now that we can see the preview, sort of, yay or nay on the wide?
Sure.
I'm indifferent.
Depends what we doing, track or drag.
Driving, not day-to-day driving, but like cruising, and then the occasional
Wide body.
watch this. Yeah, I'm on the wrong screen.
Yeah, if it was day to day, I would have told you pick the scat.
The Scat Pack, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now let's see what the Hellcat Plus is. Dark engine turn interior accents, Hellcat logo, Napa Alcantara seats, and power tilt telescoping steering column. It doesn't have that already?
It's probably manual tilt with the
Oh,
cab.
that's fair, yeah. Leather trim, ventilated front seats. Oh, we got to have that.
It has
To be... You have to have that? What the crap?
That's what I hate about some of the options. Like they make it where you have to have some of this stuff. It's like I just want this thing. I don't need all that other crap.
Hold on. Let's look at some of the other options below that. Maybe we can get something. with that.
Laguna leather package. Let's see. Hellcat Laguna leather seat. I do like that. That's pretty slick. Like how it's just kind of embossed into the seat cushion there.
Mhm.
I like that. The Alcantara appearance package. Wild wheel Alcantara steering wheel. I wish I knew what that looked like.
Probably just a leather wrapped steering wheel.
Yeah. Rear seat delete? What?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
It costs $1.
hey, save Nate all that trouble.
Aren't you happy to know that all that work you did's worth $1, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to do that.
How much would you bet that's an option on the STs now? Rear seat delete.
I mean, did you see
Hold the phone.
Did you see the specs on the new ST?
No, what is it?
276 brake horsepower.
I didn't think they were making a new ST.
Not in the U.S.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't matter then.
Yeah, that's true. But still pretty impressive.
Later.
More ponies is always good.
I've got a genuine complaint
Excuse me?
about this. Why does it cost me money to remove seats? That should save me money.
Because it's an extra step in the factory process.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
They don't just materialize on the chassis. You have to install the rear seats.
It's a special order.
Yeah. But just here's a concept. Have them tagged when they're going down the factory with a big like red sticker on the windshield that means no back seat, and you're like, oh, don't have to put a back bench in this one. Let it go on by. Don't charge me.
It's $1.
Yeah, but it should take money off, in my opinion. Like you're making like you're spending less money to build the car.
I mean, fair enough. If you get the leather seat package, and
I
then
mean,
you get a
I
seat
think-
delete.
I think you can negotiate a $1 discount, Austin. I don't think they're gonna mind.
No, but I want money back. That's
Well,
what
they'll
I'm
give
saying.
you your $1 back.
No.
They'll buy you a Coke.
That's not what I'm saying, my guy.
I mean, if you do get a leather seat package, and then you don't get rear seats, I mean, those are two rear seats that
Maybe
don't
they
need
thought
leather.
it was funny.
I mean, it makes sense in the Demon because the Demon comes factory without any other seats other than the driver's seat, and it costs you $1 to install them. Why does it cost me $1 to remove them?
Whatever.
It
We
should
removed
save
them
me
for
like
$1.
$500, to be
Next.
honest. Let's see what the technology group is. No, I didn't want to add it. I just wanted to view it. Automatic high beam headlamp, rain sensitive windshield wipers, adaptive speed control.
I agree.
Forward
Mhm.
collision warning.
Not necessary.
Nah.
We'll never crash it, so it's fine.
Yeah, it'll never leave the garage.
It'll never leave this website.
True. It'll be a fucking LAN Party Podcast dream. So now we need to decide which seats we want. Do we want the Laguna leather, the Alcantara appearance, or just go gung-ho with the Plus package?
Well, let's think of the Alcantara appearance package.
Yeah, that's probably a good one. I like those seats a lot, except they're not ventilated, which is a bit of a disappointment.
What? Again? We need the plus
Really?
package for that too. Do we need the plus package for the Laguna?
Probably. $20 says you do. And yeah.
Okay, fuck it. We're not getting a special order.
Oh no, you can't have a Challenger without the fucking leather seats. God, that adds. Yeah, we're gonna have a Challenger without leather seats. That's
It's like
in order to get leather
$3,000.
seats, you have to do $3,000 worth of package
Let's put
upgrades.
some nice Sparkos in it or something.
Yeah, you just get it
Yeah,
home.
we'll
and-
get aftermarket stuff.
Yeah. We'll go around here to the exteriors. So these are the wheels it has to come with. I don't think you can put anything else on it. 11-inch rims. That's some wide-ass wheels. You can buy sandwiches at Subway that's almost as wide as.
Well, I mean, the sandwiches aren't that wide. They're just long. That'd be a wide-ass sandwich. Could you imagine, man?
We want a spoiler?
Yes.
No, I
Oh,
don't
a
want
performance spoiler.
spoilers, please.
No spoilers for the car.
Let's get a picture of the back of the car so that we can see.
What's already on it?
So it has that spoiler on it right now.
Pretty good.
I want to see what the performance spoiler looks like.
I think I like the first one better.
Yeah,
Just
I got it.
takes off the decal on the back.
No,
Makes it a
it's a
little
different
skinnier.
shape. It's a different shape, yeah. No hood or roof paint.
Nah.
All right, interior. Hellcat logo, Alcantara leather. Let's see if it'll let us do this. Fuck you. So we've got houndstooth cloth. Hooray! I like how this is the only one that says requires additional selections.
Yeah.
Black demonic red seats. Boy, could you make that sound any more fucking badass?
Dang it, dude.
Those look pretty sick. Why are all the good options so expensive?
Those are
Uconnect
good.
8.4 inch display. Or do we want what's the difference?
That one comes with nav. The other option comes with nav.
Oh,
The other one doesn't.
an extra
No,
700 and it's an extra $800 for navigation.
Well, it depends. If there's a USB thing, you can usually hack them and put your own navigation on them.
Yeah, we're not going to put nav on it.
A power
Yes.
sunroof
Power sunroof?
Yep.
That's
for
a must.
$2,000.
Red seat belts. Whoops, didn't mean to add it.
Well, we have them now.
That looks pretty good though.
Yeah,
You
it'd
want
be
a blue car?
Yeah.
All right.
just for some extra color saturation.
I mean, red means racing, Nate.
I would have put blue seatbelts in it if anything, but that's not an option.
View summary.
How much money did we spend?
$71,000.
Woo!
Hey, Nate, you think you can switch that house loan to an auto loan?
No.
We could buy 2 of these.
Two of these for the
One
price
for
of
me and one
house.
for you. You just live in them.
Don't tempt him. He had a look on his face that looked like he was
Yeah,
considering it for a second.
he had a brief moment of like,
He's like, that's true.
He's like, if I was approved for $120,000, I mean,
just another $20,000 on top of that.
that would be a pretty beautiful car. 71,000. That's not even including your tax. That's just the car's price. You gotta calculate, an extra high score. Yeah, no shit. You have to calculate an extra 7% on the dollar on top of that, plus your dealer signing fees. You're gonna be out the door at almost $100,000 for a fucking car.
I'm at 85.
You think it's only gonna be
I don't know what the sales tax. is.
$14,000 in a car? Well, I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, that's probably not far off, to be honest. Because for every $1,000 you got, or for every $7,000 you've got $100 in tax, right?
sure.
Or am I wrong? No, for every
Mhm.
$700, I
The
think
tax on my
it's...
car was like $2,400, and my car was $26,000.
The with sales tax, it's 76,000.
Really? What?
The 7% sales tax is almost $5,000 more, but you know,
So $76,000 plus you're probably looking at,
plus all the other shit
It
you have to
should
sign
be
up
about
for.
$2,000 or $3,000 with the other stuff. That they
yeah,
hide.
dealer stuff and all that crap. So about out the door at 80.
And then there's also the warranty and stuff. You want to get that, and scratch and dent repair, and
Gap insurance, because you're gonna need it.
All right, so where do I go to buy one?
I think you order it and they deliver it to your house like they delivered car.
just like
No, they deliver it. They actually deliver it to a dealership,
Mm-hmm.
and you drive up to the dealership and pick it up.
Probably the one on Lewis Clark. Yeah, Lewis Clark.
Can you take the gas guzzler tax off? Hey, I just... Oh, no, it won't let you. Damn, I was going to try and save us $1,700. I'm not paying this. Hey, but it's only $631 a month.
only twice my car payment. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's to lease it. It's $1,200 to buy it.
Oh balls! I
Dude,
mean, that was already 3 times my car payment.
on that
That one's almost 10 times my car payment.
on the Focus ST page on Facebook I'm part of. Some guy was talking about his car payment on his ST. He's like, oh yeah, I'm paying $600 a month. I'm like, what the? What did you do?
I mean, he might have only got like a fucking 2-year loan or some shit, or 4-year loan.
No, he got a long loan. It's just he's got really bad credit or something, so he had to get one of those special
Jesus.
loans. It's like, talk about irresponsible decisions.
What
Well,
other
why would you
performance
buy a
cars
new
do we want to
car and shit?
build?
Performance cars that we want to build.
Yeah, does Toyota have the Supra on their website yet? Probably not.
The
oh.
2019 Miata,
Let's build ourselves a Ranger.
a Ranger.
Believe the hype, the 2020 GR Supra. Beautifully re-engineered.
It's not a
Can't
manual.
wait to swap it.
335 horsepower is not bad. 50-50 weight distribution.
That's impressive.
I mean, if you want something that's just fun but not fast, the Miata.
I built a Miata also when I was in Chicago. After seeing the new ones, I don't have permission to view Mazda.com on my server.
Uh-huh.
Probably because it's MazdaUSA.com.
Yeah, the 2019 Mazda Miata. Or the MX-5 RF.
That's actually a really nice SUV too. I sat in one of those, the new CX-5s. And I don't know if they're advertising it yet. The CX-3, I think that's a new model that they're rolling out, was really, really nice.
I don't like the SUV.
The CX-3 was more of a crossover, like a small crossover.
Somebody traded in their ST for one of those CX-5s. He's like, yeah, I got a nice, sharp-looking car. I'm like, yeah.
I liked that thing a lot. It was actually really comfortable. Whoops.
Vehicular devices.
New MX-5 Miata. What was that other one? That
Yeah,
Legacy thingy. 30th anniversary.
what that?
The Homecoming, 3 decades in the making.
Oh, it was just a video.
30th anniversary of the Mazda MX-5. Only 3,000 will be made globally and only 500 sold in the U.S.
That's going to be an expensive car.
Holy crap. Yeah, that will be expensive. All right, let's go back to the Mazda MX-5. Isn't this like the best-selling roadster in the United States or something like that? Like I know that it
Yeah,
had a
close to
record
it.
for like the
Well, I mean, how
best-selling
many are there?
something. They're everywhere, dude.
No, I mean roadsters.
Well, yeah, but I thought this was like the best-selling coupe or something in the United States.
Probably.
Like
It's cheap and
best-selling sports
Fun.
car, maybe. So, are we gonna go grand touring? Are we gonna go club? Or are we gonna go sport?
Club. Because it's not as expensive.
35 estimated EPA highway miles. 181 horsepower with a curb weight of 2,300 pounds.
I mean, look at that. It's small. It's really fun, and it gets good gas mileage.
Well, I couldn't own one, so
Red.
exterior color red, roof color brown.
Nah.
Who would do that? Interior color. Black cloth, black leather with red accent stitching. Gotta have leather interior. Alright, build this. That's what we should do. Whenever we're getting a new car, we should build what we want. Like if we ever get to a point where we can build these, we should build the car we want on stream. Like what we're gonna buy. But we shouldn't tell anybody. We should just be like, alright, and buy. And everybody's gonna be like, what?
Oh, wait, okay.
I just picked this. Club. Manual.
Why
Next
would you ever
step.
get a Miata in automatic?
You don't know how to drive a manual? Like my girlfriend. She actually likes these, but she doesn't know how to drive a manual.
Yeah, so she'll learn on a
I bet Miata would be easy to drive.
Miata.
For
'Cause-
somebody that's not our height, yes.
Which your girlfriend isn't your height.
Well, that's true. You would fit nicely in one of these.
Yeah,
me
I
and
know.
me, even Nate. I don't think Nate would be very comfortable in one of these.
I don't know. He's not that much taller than me.
Yeah, but he's not that much shorter than I am, and I like the wheel sits in my lap, and you can't adjust it up far enough. Like my knees are up against the bottom of the dashboard.
Yeah, I think I'd really like a Miata or something similar to it.
Did you know they made an SRT6 Crossfire?
Yeah, I did know that.
It has a Mercedes-Benz AMG engine in it.
What the? What?
And
It's
they-
supercharged.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and then they stuck
That's
a fixed spoiler. on it.
Crazy.
It just the only thing
Yeah, they're kind of
that
silly.
killed it is that it didn't have a manual transmission option.
Why would you make an
AMG motor,
SRT6?
no manual transmission. Nice.
But you should see that thing take off. We'll have to take a look in a second. It's fucking phenomenal. All right, so red, next step. I do like Mazda's red though. I got to give them that. Like it's hella nice. Brembo BBS Recaro package
Yes. Please.
for $4,000.
Yeah.
Unavailable with the Brembo brake. Cause all right then.
Yeah, I think the Brembo brake kit includes that. Similar
That's
stuff to
that's
that.
probably true. Next step. Interior package. It includes oil cap, alloy pedals, and door sill trim plates.
Hold on. Am I missing something? Okay, that's not 4 pedals. That's the dead pedal.
Yep. It's just a footrest.
I was like, why are there 4 pedals?
So
Just a dead pedal.
do we want the interior package?
That's for shifting between high and low. That's your range pedal, if that's even a thing.
The interior package, that's the door sill plates I'm sure it comes with. You can see the alloy pedals. So do we want that or nah?
I don't know. I think I might want it just for the
It's $400
Alloy.
though.
dead pedal.
Yeah, but it
Because
also
otherwise I
includes
think it
You
might
this.
can put a dead pedal in your car for $25.
It also includes this
well, I
too.
mean, mine has it, but it's just like cloth. That's the thing.
Well, we got to build the other one, so Tyler can build this one. We built our dream muscle car. Let Tyler build his dream little sports car. Weather package. Do you want to use those or the WeatherTechs? Because they're going to be about the same cost. You just have to order the WeatherTechs aftermarket, I think. I've heard a lot of good things about Mazda's factory mats, though.
I don't know. I might only, if I ever get a Miata, I might only ever drive it on nice days, anyways.
Nah, you'd drive it. They're fun to drive, even in bad weather. So we'll pass up on this then, because I'm pretty sure it just includes, cargo tray and all-weather floor mats.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
So appearance package. I do think this will be. It includes the side sill extensions and a rear bumper skirt in brilliant black. I think if you're gonna have a car that looks sporty, you gotta have that.
But it's $800.
Tyler, the car is $36,000. We know we can't afford it right now.
It's $800.
Dream a little.
All right, fine. My Mazda 3 has an interior lighting kit. It never gets turned
Wheel
on.
locks. Hooray.
Cargo net, $50 cargo net.
No one likes stuff rolling around in their trunk. Yeah, I don't think you really want any of this other stuff, though, do you?
Nah.
The interior lighting's really not that important, at least down below your feet. That's really not that bad, though, for a
Itty bitty sports car
yeah, I mean,
to just throw around some back roads, which I live on.
that would be a lot of fun to drive, just like fucking... However, if you like the Miata, anybody that likes the Miata, before going out and building and buying a Miata,
You
build
could get a used Focus RS for that much.
an old one.
That's why I said used.
An old one, not the new one. I don't like the old models.
You can get a new one for that much.
The new current body style.
Yeah.
With how many fucking miles?
I don't know, but you can probably get one for that much. They
But-
always sell for like brand new 40-something thousand, like 40, 44.
I thought they were like 60.
What? No.
Well,
I think their average is like 46,000. I think.
beside the point, if you were ever interested in one of these, definitely look into the Fiat 124 Spider first, built on the same chassis. Little bit more horsepower. Actually, I think this might have a little bit more horsepower. I can't remember. It's like 5 to 10 horsepower difference between the two, but it usually runs like $3,000 to $5,000 cheaper. And then we wanted to look. I wanted to show you all the
SRT6.
330 horsepower.
Tiny little car.
Did you hear that, Nate?
Huh?
330 horsepower.
Nice.
It weighs 1.5 tons. That's it. That car has 10 less horsepower than mine. And it's smaller. It weighs almost 2,000 pounds less. Gets terrible gas mileage, though.
I mean, it's a supercharged V6.
I wonder if there's any, I mean, that's a good-looking car, though. It got some hate, but I think that's a slick-looking little coupe.
I don't think it looks bad by any stretch of the imagination.
Big old bad. 145 wheel horsepower on the MX-5.
145. It's
The wheel?
183.
Yeah, the new ones are.
Wheel horsepower.
Oh.
Okay.
I just can't believe that SRT touched one of these. Like, when you're thinking SRT, you're like Hellcat, Demon, SRT8 Chargers and Challengers, not Crossfire. And it was not very popular at all. One of 47. Oh boy. I bet those are a little pricey. Let me
Yeah, as far as used over 10-year-old sports cars go, they're pretty expensive.
I think they're still like 16,000, aren't they?
Yeah, close.
They're
to it.
kind of pricey. Why is it playing through? Oh, I know why. Hang on. Don't me. This will be
Hurry up! Oh my god! Hurry up!
this will be the last thing we look at, just because I want to see one of these things take off. It's very satisfying to hear that supercharger whine.
Where do you guys want to go eat?
No idea.
Did you just do the teacher thing and Google videos instead of going to YouTube? Yeah, there's the 0 to 60 test.
It's still playing through my headphones, isn't it?
It is. E.T.
Oh, I didn't switch the output device.
Oh, brilliant. Good job.
That's ridiculous.
That's supercharger wine, though, man.
It sounds like the demon.
Yeah,
supercharger.
almost. It's just.
That's ridiculous.
Talk about a car that would scare you a little bit. Like I said, 10 less horsepower than my 5.7.
I
And
did
it weighs-
see a video of somebody that stuck. There were 2 videos I've seen. One video where some guy stuck a Mercedes 8-cylinder in there, and I don't remember what engine it actually was. And then also somebody else who put a Hemi in one.
The things that people do to cars.
Especially small cars.
No, it sounded pretty good, but it still doesn't compare to the duck call blow-off valve. I'm sorry. Nothing can top that.
Except the lack of turbo lag.
So, Turbo has more horsepower.
Oh, like I was like.
You know what you know what the answer to that is? Supercharged and turbocharged motor.
Hello,
Super turbo.
Volvo. Enter Volvo.
Nissan March, bruh. One of my dream cars.
Volvo does it too, though. Volvo does it in a
Fuck
lot of their
Volvo.
cars.
Fuck Volvo.
Like, that's almost standard. All of their
Nissan,
forced
bro.
induction cars,
Nissan, bro. Nissan, bro.
almost all of Volvo,
Nissan, bro.
Jesus, are you okay, Nate?
No.
almost all of Volvo's forced induction cars, I think, are super turbos.
Well, good for them.
Like my aunt and uncle, their SUV's a super turbo. But we are out of time. We will be back tonight, almost definitely with Talapo. So come hang out. Please stop doing that, or I will mute your mic. We will be back
What?
tonight with Talapo. So come hang out with us. It's also a game that the viewers can come out and play with us. So if any of you got a PC and you can run Talapo,
It's only like 800 megs.
yeah,
We're gonna
And-
kill it. You're promoting their servers. You're gonna kill them.
no, because it's still free. They're not making any money.
You're gonna kill their servers though. Cause
Oh, well,
you're
good.
promoting-
Hard stress those servers. I guarantee you last night I was probably the only person streaming it.
Probably.
Like when I went to Twitch, there was nobody streaming or Pirates Online. YouTube, I'm pretty sure nobody was
Are
streaming
you allowed
Pirates
to?
Online.
I guess
Yeah.
you can.
I mean, the devs do it sometimes when they do
Oh,
their,
do they?
their updates and stuff. But yeah, we will see you all here in a little while. And yeah, we'll be with Talapo. So come back in about an hour or two and hang out with us.